Hi everyone, so my name is Rafael and I'm putting this video on my YouTube channel, but really it's for a specific group of people here around Blackpool area that is just a little bit of advice as part of the In Good Company community group thing that we are part of. This is just a little tip. So if you are playing an electric guitar, alright, either this way with humbucker, semi-hollow, anything. If it's an electric guitar that doesn't have a preamp, it's not like a Moore guitars or a Variax or something that it says specifically that it can be plugged straight into a PA, you will need an amp end cap seam, okay? Not just a pedal. I will advise for having an amp and cap seam. And it could be like a Joyo American Sound, it could be a UA Astra, it can be a Helix or HX Stomp, it can be a myriad of things. If you need advice, please comment or send me a message and I'll help you according to your budget what's the best alternative for you. And obviously if it's a clean sound, if it's a dirty sound, whatever you want. I'm not selling them, it's just from experience. So just so you can understand what I'm going on about. So this is how electric guitar sounds straight into the PA. So let me just put here an empty preset and hopefully you can hear what I'm going on about. So this is what it sounds. Right? So that louder sound was on the humbucker and on the neck. Right? It doesn't sound terrible, you know, it sounds like a guitar, but if you notice it's a bit muffled, it's like there's not as much note definition, it's a straight signal, and some people have used this to great success, but when you put on something that has indeed some modeling in it, so I'm going for my Helix, this is what it sounds. Again, maybe I need to put some actual sounds, right? And even with distortion, then it can actually have effects and everything. So, and if you add distortion to an amp block, it will sound much different than just going straight into the desk. And you might be wondering, well, but I have an acoustic guitar and, you know, I play it like that, straight, like this, and nothing ever happens. And I'll explain why is that. Let me just take the volume out of here and I'll put my styled guitar, which is not a traditional acoustic, I know, but acoustic guitars have a preamp. Either it looks like this, or it's just a little thing on the side, or if it's a under saddle pickup that's as an adjustment elsewhere. Acoustic guitars that are electroacoustic have a preamp, and the preamp does the job that a pedal or a preamp pedal can do. So when you play it in, right? Mine even has effects, so let me turn that off. So it will sound. So you'll notice that the sound is definitely different from the electric guitar plugged in straight into the desk, because the preamp gives body, gives definition, gives warmth, gives brightness, gives niceness, gives it tone, which is so important. Now let me show you with a semi-hollow that looks like an acoustic guitar, but indeed still electric guitar pickups. So you see, you might look at something like this and think, oh, that's fine, that can go straight, it's almost like an electric guitar. But again, just passive pickups, no preamp. Some basses, for example, I'll demonstrate that next. So again, electric guitar, no preamp, comparatively to what we were hearing before. Again, if you put it on the same patch that I was previously, that has the preamp and all that niceness, You might want to use it without it, which is fair enough. It's not my recommendation, but there's nothing against it. So now let me show you a bass, because you might say, oh well, but basses go DI. True, they do. I'm not sure if passive basses go DI as well, but a lot of basses have a preamp. They are active. This one is a passive bass, so they are active. They have electronics here. They have a battery compartment in the back, meaning that you can just plug into the cable that goes straight to the desk or to the mixer, and it will sound like a bass. So again, so this is straight to the mixer. It needs a bit more volume, right? Everything is on max. Have a go. Even if you put more, a bit of compression here, a bit of effects here, a bit more of gain, so. So it actually works quite decently if it's just the bass, because the bass is a muted instrument, really. You know, it doesn't have the highs. It's not a high pitch instrument. But even then, when I put it on this bass preamp thing on the helix, it gains more. The whole sound is better. So what I'm trying to say is, obviously, you do whatever you want, but if you want better tone, if you want better sounds, if you want a more professional sounding experience, more similar to what records use and what artists that you like are playing, or even if you are originals, I would recommend investing in there is like really cheap alternatives to having some sort of preamp if you're playing passive electric instruments. And this has been your Gear Lessons with Jesus. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.